What if I told you that the biggest reason some families lose their way is not because of the world outside, but because of what is missing inside the home? What if the very people you love the most are slowly drifting away and you don't even realize it? Stay with me, because this message might change your family forever. Which country are you watching from? Let us know in the comment section. Today, we're talking about something deeply serious. Something that many people ignore until it's too late. How do you protect your family, not just in this life, but in the hereafter? This is not just about being a good parent. This is about responsibility, accountability, and destiny. In this video, you'll learn the real role of a leader in the family, the dangers destroying homes silently, and practical steps to raise a righteous, strong, and protected family. So ask yourself, are you truly leading your family, or just living with them? Let's begin with knowledge, which is the first protection. Let me ask you something. If your family doesn't know the truth, how can they follow it? One of the greatest responsibilities in any home is teaching, not just school education, but guidance. Because knowledge is what builds fear of Allah, and without that fear, there is no protection. Imagine a home where no one knows what is right or wrong. No one understands their purpose. No one is reminded of their Creator. What happens to that home? It slowly collapses spiritually. The Prophet taught that teaching your family is not optional. It is a duty. And this includes teaching your children, teaching your spouse, creating an environment where learning is normal. Even the women in early Islam asked for dedicated time to learn. They valued knowledge so much, they demanded it. Now think about today. Do we create time in our homes for learning? Or are we too busy with phones, TV, and distractions? Here's a powerful reality. Ignorance in your home today can become regret tomorrow. Because when people don't know, they make mistakes. And sometimes, those mistakes follow them even after death. So the question is, are you feeding your family knowledge or leaving them to figure life out alone? If you're still watching, type "Guidance starts at home" in the comments. Let us move on to worship. Let's be honest, many homes today treat worship like a personal choice instead of a family culture. But the most successful homes in history were built on shared worship. The Prophet didn't just pray alone, he woke his family up. He encouraged them, he reminded them, he involved them. Because worship is not just about rituals, it's about building a connection with Allah and with each other. Imagine this: a home where Fajr prayer is normal, night prayers are encouraged, remembrance of Allah fills the atmosphere. That home becomes peaceful, protected, alive. Now compare that to a home where everyone sleeps through prayers, no one reminds each other, worship is neglected. What happens? Spiritual emptiness. And here's something powerful. Even great scholars emphasize that waking your family for prayer is more important than voluntary acts like attending classes. Why? Because your responsibility starts at home. Let me ask you something deep. When was the last time you reminded your family to pray? Not shouted, not forced, but sincerely guided. Because leadership is not about control, it's about care. Pause for a moment. Think about your home right now. Does it feel like a place of worship or just a place to sleep? Next is character and manners that shape destiny. Here's something many people overlook. You can teach religion, but if you don't teach character, you've missed everything. Because what is knowledge without manners? A strong family is built on honesty, patience, modesty, respect. These are not small things. They define a person's entire life. Now imagine a home where backbiting is normal, lies are ignored, time is wasted, bad company is allowed. What kind of people will come out of that home? This is why choosing the right environment matters. Who your family interacts with, what they watch, what they listen to, all of it shapes them. And here's a hard truth. Sometimes the danger is not outside. It's inside the home. When parents don't monitor behavior, don't guide conversations, don't correct mistakes, the damage grows silently. Let me ask you something. Would you allow someone to harm your family physically? Of course not. Then why allow influences that harm them morally? Protecting your family means watching their environment, guiding their behavior, teaching them dignity and modesty, because once values are lost, it's very hard to bring them back. If this message is hitting you, don't forget to like the video. It helps more people see this important reminder. Next is the hidden dangers destroying families today. Let's talk about something uncomfortable. Many families today are not destroyed overnight. They are destroyed slowly, silently, and subtly. How? Through bad media, wrong friendships, careless parenting, lack of supervision. A child watches something inappropriate. It seems small, but over time, it shapes their thinking. A parent allows certain behavior, thinking it's not a big deal, but years later, it becomes a serious problem. Here's a powerful reality. Children don't become who you tell them to be. They become what they constantly see. If a child sees bad habits, immorality, carelessness, they absorb it. Even when you think they don't understand, they do. There are real stories of children noticing things parents thought were hidden, and that shapes their future. So, ask yourself, what is your home exposing your family to? Because what they watch becomes what they think. What they think becomes what they do. What they do becomes who they become. This is serious. But here's the good news. You can change it. Let us start early because time changes everything. One of the biggest mistakes people make is waiting too long. They say, they're still young, they'll learn later, there's still time. But the truth is, by the time you think it's time, it might already be late. Because habits are built early, values are shaped early, identity is formed early. There are people today struggling with their children, not because they don't care, but because they started too late. A powerful example is when parents try to correct behavior after teenage years. It becomes difficult. Resistance increases, influence decreases. So what's the solution? Start early, teach them. Prayer early, manners early, discipline early, values early, because a child raised correctly will grow naturally into goodness. But even if you feel you're late, don't give up. Keep advising, keep guiding, keep making dua, because change is always possible. Let's make this real. Here's what this looks like in everyday life. Instead of everyone using their phones at night, have a 1-0 minute family reminder session. Instead of ignoring prayer times, pray together at least once daily. Instead of random entertainment, choose beneficial content. Instead of silence, talk about values and life. These small actions create big transformations. Here are simple steps you can start today. Set a weekly family learning time. Remind your family of prayer daily. Monitor what enters your home, media, influences. Encourage good company and environments. Lead by example. Be what you want them to become, because your actions speak louder than your words. At the end of the day, your family is not just your responsibility, they are your test. You can either lead them toward guidance, or neglect them and face the consequences. This life is temporary, but what you build in your home can last forever. So ask yourself one last question. What kind of legacy are you creating in your family? If this video opened your eyes even a little, make sure you like this video, comment your thoughts, subscribe for more powerful reminders, and watch this next video on your screen, because it might be exactly what you need right now. Remember, strong families don't happen by accident. They are built with intention. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.